Hello and welcome to the production breakdown for Scooters and Shins. It's with Harry.
Yo, we've got the original project. It's actually in a different key as well. Not the optimal key, so...
I just couldn't hit the it was too high, so I think we brought it down. What do we start with?
We started with this. I think that you were jamming the acoustic. So we had the mic'd up acoustic.
Is that click in the recording?
Probably. Yeah, that's the Ableton. You can hear, a bit of headphone bleed. We love that. And this like electric thing over the top. Little intro section into what was actually the verse, right? Which is like... It's pretty stripped back. Once we like handed it off to you, there was a lot more happening with the drums. And then what bass? This big angry
That's
boy.
the same for sure. That's mad.
Trillion bass, which is my favorite bass plugin. The Arc Welder bass.
Arc Welder.
Just a good little analog bass patch with a bit of sound toys on it and stuff. Oh, and this thing. Yeah, that's pretty much what it started with, right?
Hey, you're wasting my time. Try being friends, then changing your mind. I'm not better than a work in progress. Don't treat me like a broke-ass person. Hey, you ruined my week. Can't stand, can't think, definitely no sleep. Have coffee, dead black, cause I'm fucking pretentious. Taking me back to personify anxious.
Yeah, and this guy is the only other element that comes in, right?
Yeah, I do like that. That's very cool.
Little lo-fi Juno sound from Omnisphere. This tape thing that we were obsessed with.
Oh, yeah.
Mechanical wear and stuff.
It had the tape stop thing in it as well, right?
Yeah, it's got the
That's all
tape stop
this.
thing, yeah.
I love this synth.
Talk me down, but it's not the same when I'm not some guy that you have to train, and you just can't stop wearing out my name.
Oh, there it is. Nice. That main synth, it sounds like a little E piano.
We just crunched it heaps.
Oh, I'm pretty sure we literally loaded it up and went with the default. It's the default piano sound.
If you turn off all the effects and stuff you have on it, does it sound like a normal keys thing?
Let's do the reveal.
Yeah. That's so different. That's so funny.
It's like a sine wave or something.
Yeah, heaps of distortion.
Radiator and some plate reverb.
Oh.
Micro shift. Make
There's
it
definitely something doing like a wobble.
nice and wide.
Oh, is that
Yeah,
the
so
tape
that'll
thing?
be the tape thing's back.
Yeah.
And also tremolator.
The ticking was what made that really cool, I think. Because they slowed down in a really weird way.
And it's such a like identifiable element. It's like a time thing. And
Yeah,
then the
totally.
Time slows down. The good thing about sound toys is every plugin has like a little bit of drive on it, and the more you put in, the better it sounds. Well, we're doubling up on the crystallizer here. Echo Boy, more radiator.
Show us the slowdown of it.
Yeah,
that weird
it's not quite even, hey?
Yeah.
And then,
Funny story about that drum loop there is like, you got this one, you just pulled it off Splice, I think. And I remember getting home and being like, all right, I reckon these drums could use maybe a different loop or something. So I like searched for ages, like wasn't really finding anything I was like vibing with. And then eventually I found one, like, all right, this is the best loop I can find. It was slightly different speed, but fixed it in. And then I was like, okay, I better compare it to like Harry's one to make sure it is better. And I haven't just been like listening to something over and over. It was the exact same loop.
it's the same thing.
It's the same loop. So it was phasing when I put them together. I was like, oh, fuck my life. I just spent 2 hours making the same decision that Harry made in like 3 seconds.
It's a peer-reviewed loop.
I think it made it into the final chorus, but I think I eventually just recorded the actual drums.
I gotta say, you really did kill it with these demo vocals though, like, it sounds
Thank
pretty good. I don't know how hard we had to tune it or anything, but...
Wanna know why you keep breaking
It's got a bit of tune on it.
It's got, yeah.
Hard
Studios,
tune.
lose your phone, personal loan, and I would even take a scooter to the shins. If I met with you, maybe let me in, but I really wanna know if I can take you.
Those acoustic distorted guitars are super cool. I love them.
Bass is a tuned down electric guitar.
Oh, I think I retracked that
for
later,
this.
hey.
I think you did, yeah. Yeah, and it's just a bunch of Decapitator and
Devil Lock. Oh, a little
Devil Lock.
Show us it clean.
With the Decapitator. Well, the Devil Lock's definitely doing the heavy lifting. Yeah, crush to 2.5 and crunch to 4 if you want to write down those. Oh, this is good.
Oh, you did
is
this one.
like a clean strap, yeah. Oh, a bit of cowbell, of course.
Hell yeah. That made it in for sure.
We didn't even have the second verse yet. We produced it. You came back to me with the second verse, and I was like, "Yes, this sounds awesome."
I remember sending you a couple of lyrics and being like, which one do I use? Straight
that's
shooting through
fine.
my brain or sharp shooting through my brain? That was a discussion.
Yeah, it was straight. Wait, what did it end
We
up
went
being?
straight
don't
shooting, I
wanna get
think,
it
yeah.
wrong.
You were like immediately straight shooting. Those drums are cool.
There's like this little bit going the second verse before the drums come in, which is cool. Which I think was more of those distorted guitars.
Yeah. Had that little filter thing on it.
Filter treatment on it, yeah. There's
Yeah.
like this telephone vocal preset, which makes stuff sound like you're talking on an old telephone, which I put on the guitar. That might have been what we got done that day. Like,
Yeah. I mean, pretty solid start.
I don't know what this mysterious section over here is.
Maybe this. Oh, yeah, I remember this. I think that was like
that
a
a bridge
bridge
or something?
option.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is when I got the project.
Yeah, this is exciting for me. I get to find out some stuff now.
Yeah, true. So from the start, we kept the same drums. I don't think I changed them at all. Little harmonic. Like a little melody.
Yes.
These are both on bass, just like. They sound really roomy,
yeah.
actually. So that's, I think this sounded too like fake. So together I got like a more live sounding thing because it's like sort of setting off the snare a bit. I mean, same with this. This was like the OG, and then I layered this over the top.
Oh, yeah.
Then we have live drums here. So there's like a room mic and an overhead, it looks like. The vocals.
Hey, hey, you're wasting my time. Try being friends, then changing your mind. Hey,
See
hey.
this vocal chain?
Oh, we got the classic 1176 into LA2A. I don't usually send them too hard. Usually around like -3 kind of vibes. Then we're hitting Decapitator. Is it doing much? Oh, it's doing more than I expected, but mixed in quite low. So
Try being friends, then changing.
mixed in like a pretty crunchy sound. Cut off all the lows because that sounded a bit...
And I'm not better than a word.
You ready? Spectre's cool. It's like a distortion EQ or something. Instead of just turning it up, it turns it up and crunches it a bit. Classic. I think I'd always put this on every vocal. It's just like a little slapback delay.
Changing your mind.
Yeah.
I'm not better than.
So is that a preset you like dialed in yourself?
I don't think I'd changed that much. It's just like
A really quick slap back.
53 milliseconds, zero feedback, mixed in a little bit. Gem dopamine adds a little bit of high end. It's quite nice.
Not better than a work in progress. Don't
Oh,
treat
yeah.
me like a broke ass person.
And then a little bit of parallel compression from the distressor.
Try being friends, then changing your mind.
That's not really going that hard either. Like normally I send it up
Yeah.
into the red because it sort of distorts nicely as well. No reverbs. The BVs are the same, just with a bit less on them.
Don't
Yeah.
treat me like a broke ass person.
And then we hit the chorus. The
Yeah.
vocals were really funny for this. It was still a bit too high, but I had to like little alter boy the top note to have the formant a little bit lower because it was really like, and I hated that nasalness. So I like sort of brought it down so my voice sounds a bit
Right,
more
yeah.
beefy, which I've never done that on like a lead vocal. I reckon I just turned it down to 1 just for the first note. So it sounded like a bit cooler rather than.
That's a cool trick. I've never heard of that.
Oh, wanna know about the things that you don't.
I think I've turned up the slap back a bit here.
A little bit,
Oh, wanna know.
This is what you sent me from the guitars. I think I distorted a bit more even. This note was fucked. I remember being really annoyed by this.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Ooh,
Is that all?
208 hertz, the worst note.
Live bass. So just to break it up a smidge, took out a bit of like that wolfiness. I think I added some fake hi-hats.
Some hats.
Hey,
Actually sounds right. I like that. I doubled this one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I see.
With my Poly D synth, just to make it a bit more like messy. I think I tried recreating it, but it was too cooked by itself.
Like a bit bouncy,
Real, like,
bit
punchy.
rubbery.
I think I recorded these in between bits because I wanted something to like fill the gap.
Wait, what is my name? I think I forgot it.
Like all that shit. It felt really empty just going straight on. Like it sounded like this.
stop wearing out my name.
So it's just like, I'll put
Yeah.
something in, like something silly.
Now my name.
What is my name? I think I forgot it.
Wait, that happens at the end of the first verse as well, doesn't
A
it?
slightly different one, yeah.
Wait, sorry, what was your name again?
Give us some of that heat.
Bit pokey. All that shit was a bit too much, so I pulled that out. Oh, we got some floor toms that come in halfway. Buildy uppy shit. Yeah, it was just like a bit of room sound I wanted. That's the rack and floor mic. I'm not even using it. They're just like getting a bit more of that room thing. You can hear it like sort of widen when they come in. There's just a bit more of the snare or something coming through, a bit roomier.
Yeah, yeah.
And the bridge, I think I just added heaps of, what do I call it? I call them wind chimes. Oh, that's right. I made them like one at a time doing this kind of stuff. So a bit of like chorusy stuff. Then I added like another one.
I like how they come in and out of the synchronization, yeah.
Added another one here. Another one here. They feel kind of like they got delays on them because there's like so much random stuff. But there's no
Yeah,
delay,
yeah.
so when they all slide off, it feels kind of like surreal. What do we got in here?
Like the rhythm section.
Oh, what do we got going on? I think that's from... I think it's this thing, but I just played through rather than
But yeah, it's the same.
same chords. I think I did something similar to this in Sugarcoat, so I wanted to like bridge that world a bit. That kind of like really
Syncopated.
drivey, like pushy, anticipating,
Yeah.
syncopatey acoustic guitar with a bit of chorus. So this one. Oh, no, more bass stuff. Oh, this is from the intro.
Oh, yeah.
Did you send me this?
Maybe that's an element that we used super early.
That does sound like a U sound as well. I don't think I would have thought of that.
I love that bass line variation.
Yeah, just like the major 70 kind of arpeggio thing. I think it's the drum loop from the intro. So the floor thing we brought in halfway last time, the roomy things, they're
Yeah.
going the whole time now. And we just have that outro. That's it. That's the song. Thanks for jumping on and chatting about it with me.
It was very interesting to see the second part of like how this track all came together. I remember when you sent me maybe the first pass after I gave you the stems. And I was like, yes, that bridge just lifts it up so much. Reusing some of those motifs as well in really cool ways. Like, yeah, that little outro guitar bit that's
Yeah.
the same as the
Yeah.
intro into the second verse.
I'm glad we did it. It must also be really weird sending it off and then just hearing something that's kind of done-ish.
It's a nice change, honestly. Like,
Yeah?
you know, I like finishing songs as well, but put in like a day's work and then you put in like a day's work. I feel like it came together quite easily, right?
Is there anything you want to promote that's coming out or is out?
Yeah, there'll be some more Zuli songs coming out. There'll be some Sharina songs coming out. I know Olive is doing her new project soon, which is
Ooh.
yet to be announced, but we've got a song or two together.
Yeah,
That I
cool.
think is going to come out too. So yeah, lots of cool kids in Sydney doing some great stuff. Keep your eyes out for it, basically, because I don't know exactly when it's going to be.
Go listen
Yeah.
to Scooters and Shins.
Yeah, thanks guys. Give it another stream.
See you in the next one.